Hi guys, my name is Emily West and in today's video I'm going to be sharing my ultimate high school or year 12 advice. So I'm a graduate, which is really insane to think. I just can't fathom the idea that I've finished high school. Crazy. But I have a lot of advice for all year 11s out there who are going into year 12 or just people who want to know some advice for their high school journey. I'm sure this could help you as well. My ear, it feels like it's gonna pop. Oh, hello! Ah. Oh my god, this is weird. One of my ultimate tips is to make summaries of the content before each SAC or like test that you may have for each subject. What you want to do is make your summary notes for that SAC or that unit or area of study, and then what you can do is when it comes to exam time and exam period, all you have to do is collate all those notes into your exam study notes. So it makes it so much easier as you don't have to rewrite any of your notes again. You're cutting down so much time to transfer those notes into flashcards, or you could use those notes, print them all out and put them in a display folder, which is what I did for my study this year for my exams, and it just makes it so much faster in terms of getting ready for exams. One of my number one tips, because time efficiency is such a big thing, and you can get all your notes done before your practice tests or trials or October tests. So definitely make summary notes each time you have a SAC or a topic test, so then for exams you're good to go, girlfriend. My next tip is time management. I definitely think having a watch is so crucial. You guys know that I love my Mark Bale watches. The Peachbox was kind enough to give me another one, which was so kind of them. But I want to show you a few things they have because they're having their Black Friday sale this week, so I thought you guys could snatch one up, maybe for a Christmas present or something, because they're just stunning watches. I wouldn't show you guys these watches if I didn't think they're worth it. I definitely think it's worth it. So you guys know I have this watch already, and the straps are interchangeable, which is really cool, so you can make them like match your school uniform. One's the apricot one and choose the rose gold in black. I also have bangles of jewelry, which I'll quickly show you because it could be a nice gift, and it comes in nice packaging. And then you've got, I love mixing silver and rose gold, so there's that one as well, which is really pretty. But definitely time management, it helps so much as well if there's no clock in the classroom, which can happen sometimes because I don't know why, or the clock stops and you're in a test, and also you just want to know when the class ends. It's always handy to have a watch on you. I'm so accustomed to having one as well. Like, I couldn't imagine life without one. My next tip is to be organized and have a planner. Having a planner allows you to write all your homework in, and also allows you to write your timetable in each day. So that way, when a teacher says this is due, you can quickly open the book and write it in. And this way you're never forgetting deadlines, forgetting due dates. You always know when SACs or tests are coming up. You're never forgetting anything, which I think is so important and allows you to stay on top of your workload, which is pretty self-explanatory, but you wouldn't believe how much people neglect planners and just staying on top of things. A really big tip I have for year 12 is that if you're struggling with anything, do not be afraid to ask your teachers. They are there for a reason. Struggling, or if you need assistance, that's their job, and they're more than willing to help more the times than not. I couldn't even think of a time my teacher's not happy to help me. And it's important though, because if you feel like you're struggling, it's the worst feeling in the world, and you can alleviate that struggle by asking them a question. So, okay, this is a big one for my little art students or portfolio students. If you're considering of doing a portfolio subject like media or viscom, think of your major project idea before you go into the year, or as early as possible. You wouldn't believe how fast May comes along. When it's a due date, you have to have all your finals in, your brief or your statements. Definitely think about what you want to do early. Ask students in the year above what you have to do, so then you have a brief idea of the concept, but definitely try and work it out earlier than not, because then you can produce your best work possible. If there's one thing I could change, it's making my film, or thinking of the idea for my film earlier, because it could have been so much better than what it was if I was just more prepared. You know, I had a really good storyline that I was proud of. Not that I wasn't proud of the one. I mean, I'm super happy with the mark I got for mine, but definitely just think about what you want to do earlier than not. Don't feel like you ever cannot go out on the weekends, because socializing and having balance in your life is so important to keep you sane as well. Like, it's important to have that aspect. And also I feel like people are just more happier in year 12. So interacting, people realise that it's the last year you're going to spend with these people. So people just have fun and enjoy parties. I know that they got so much better this year for me personally. And also I think having something on the weekend to look forward to makes it so much easier to get through the week. So say like you have something to do Friday nights, or Friday nights is your movie night, or like you have a TV show that you've put off, have something to look forward to, and then it will motivate you to do well, because you're like, I can do well now and then I can relax on Friday or on the weekend. If you are not in a relationship going into year 12, I definitely think it's easier, from my experience, not being in a relationship during year 12. If you are, that is amazing. If you can balance it, props to you, but definitely prioritize school, because it's 1 year that you have to prioritize school kind of thing. If you're not in one, don't look for one. You've got so many years to like worry about that after school. Just have fun, go to parties, kiss boys, but just don't get into a relationship, if you know what I mean. It's just a lot of stress and a lot of pressure, and it just distracts you, I guess, from what's important. It's the 1 year that really counts. So if there's one thing. But if you can work it out together, and if you understand that both of you need your own time, it could work out. It definitely depends on the people, and I'm not saying that it's definitely a bad idea, but in my case I found it much easier not being inclined to see anyone. So this is for high school. If you don't like your friendship or the people around you, don't be afraid to change your friendship group. People will become used to you in the friendship group. People will learn to love you, and don't ever feel like you're just a burden on people, because there is people out there that will appreciate you. It's just a few years and you have to find your place. But if you're surrounded by toxic people who are not a good influence on you, I definitely think it's important to change your friendship group. An important tip for year 12, when studying for exams, use practice exams to your advantage. I always talk about these in my vlogs. Practice exams make you familiar with the formatting of the questions and the type of questions the examiners will ask you. So if you're doing more of them, if you're doing a few per subject, becoming really familiar and frequent with the terminology used and the styling of question, and that way when you get into the exam conditions, you won't be surprised by everything that comes on the exam, because you're so used to it already. And also it tests what you know and you don't know. You can always look up the things you don't know and just brush up on those terms or that information. Drama is completely irrelevant. I am really lucky that we do not experience much drama at all at my school. It's so irrelevant. If you see it, just be level-headed. It's so pointless. I can't even understand why people crave drama so much, but it is not worth it. Nothing will matter in 2 weeks' time. So if you're really stressed about something, literally it won't matter in a few weeks. So it may suck in the time, but if you can, just do not get yourself involved. If it's a situation people are talking about it, don't ask about it, because the more you aren't involved, the happier you will be. Just let it fly over. Just do not get yourself involved in it. A really big tip I have is that if any opportunities come your way, take them. Take them whilst you can, because you are offered so many things in high school. Overseas trips, like leadership roles, like public speaking opportunities, anything of that kind of area. Even on school camps, you're offered like physical things that could challenge you. Take them whilst you can, because you are in a situation where you are never going to be given this many opportunities for you, directed personally to you, in a situation where you're with all your friends that will support you and be there with you through everything. So I think whilst you can, take any opportunity that comes your way, because you will feel so happy that you've achieved so much more, and you'll feel like in saying that, enjoy all your lasts as year 12. I say lasts in these little quotation marks. You know, house swimming, house athletics, camp, it's the last time where something like an event like that can come on, and they're so sad like when they finish, but it's so much fun as year 12s. So definitely just enjoy them for what they are, make the most of them. Don't go a step too far, keep responsible and respecting the event, but definitely just live them up the best you can, because they're so much fun whilst they last, and I just can't believe that they're all over now. And just another tip to finish this video off, a lot of people say this, I think it's so relevant and really important. Make sure your study area is separate from your recreational area. I'm pretty sure you guys would have seen throughout all my vlogs that I studied in my dining table rather than in my room. I could not study in my room because I would get distracted. I would like look in my drawers, I would adjust the photos on my wall. I just couldn't do it, and I know it's important to do it and set up a space where you can, but personally it just didn't work for me. But studying in the lounge room did work for me, and I'm really glad I did that because I did that here at Mum's and at Dad's house, and that's what allowed me to do my best. So definitely just make sure there's a separate area from your recreational area. So they are all the tips I have for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, it would mean the world to me if you thumbs up this video. It just lets me know what you guys like and don't like. Don't be afraid to leave me a comment. I'd love to know what year you guys are in. If you have any other requests for videos, I'm always happy to do what you guys would like to see. And without further ado, I will see all your gorgeous faces in my next video. Bye guys.